Okay, so apparently I'm live. Right, so hello there. Right, if you're not, if you don't know me, then my name is John, and I am otherwise known as Hascasts. And in this video, I thought I'd just take a bit of time just to give you a very quick, a very quick overview on my sensor array that I've built. Now it's not posh. It isn't using 3D printed parts. It's basically using a pencil case which I bought from Asda, or the equivalent in America would be Walmart, which actually owns Asda. Um, and yeah, so it's just going to give you a quick overview of it, what's inside it, what makes it up, the functionality that it has, and what I use it for, things like that. So, as you can see from the front, it has several LEDs. Power, this one is for my kitchen windows when the windows are open. This one is probably going to be for either an external um, relay connected to my uh, floodlight outside, or maybe if there's an error. I've not decided yet. This blue one here is for the kitchen door. This one, yellow one, is for rain outside, whether it's wet or dry. This red one is for movement, so it's connected to this ugly PIR, passive infrared, and I'm hoping to change this because it's not very aesthetically pleasing. The bottom blue one is not connected to anything at the moment. Right, so the sensors that it has on it, it's got a DH22 uh, temperature and humidity sensor. Now that would probably go on the inside, but to be honest, I only thought of that today. So that's that. Other internal sensors. Uh, it hasn't really got any. It's got the PIR. It's got the PIR on the outside, and apart from that, on the inside, it has also got. See if I can get it into frame. You can't really see it, but it's got a. This is part of the rain sensor. So when it's connected up, there are two wires that come in. They connect up to this rain sensor, and that connects up to the heart of the sensor array, which is a D1 Mini. Right, so as you can, I thought one of my LEDs had come off there. As you can see, all my LEDs are connected onto the D1 Mini onto their own pins. They all share a common uh, neutral. They all share a common neutral pin, negative ground pin, whatever you want to call it. So the ground just goes from the top down to the bottom and it connects through the bottom wire. Right. So that's that. The passive infrared is very self-explanatory. It's got 5 volts. Yeah, I believe it's 5 volts. It's got 5 volts ground and data or sensor wire, whatever you want to call it. So that's that one. I've already explained how the rain sensor works. The DH22 that comes in with 3 wires, connects in as all the others do. The At the moment, the way that I get information at the moment, the way that I get information in there is through an RJ45 socket. Now, if I, and as you can tell, the labels are at the moment they're crap. They're not meant. They're not meant to be very reliable labels. I haven't even finalised what the functionality is yet, because I can always. It's my own Arduino sketch, so I can always change the Arduino sketch to suit myself, basically. Right, so if I plug this in. Right, so the PII is obviously going off because I'm moving. Power, these two just light up by default because there's nothing connected to them. So if I connect it up, now as you can see, I'm not, as you may not be able to see, I'm not a qualified electrician. I have basically a Cat5 cable. It's got two wires that come from a door magnetic read sensor. It's got two wires that come from the rain detector outside, and basically they're just connected to the RJ45 network cable, if you like. Plug that in. Now at the minute, right, so where can I put this? If I put this here on top of this quite warm kettle, hopefully it won't damage anything, but you should just be able to see in the background that the kitchen door is closed. If I open it, then the door opens. If I close it, then hopefully that will go off, which it hasn't. So, yeah. So this demonstration is obviously going quite well. Yeah. So I don't know why that's not working. Right, so it does actually work. Right, so I've obviously got a faulty connection in there somewhere. Right, so that's basic overview of of the connections. The rain sensor out there is basically just a 1 second, and I will get it you. Right, so the rain sensor is just FC-37. No idea what that means, whether it's a relevant number, but let's have a look. There it is. It's just a couple of magnetic. It's just a couple of metallic contacts, and when water makes them connect together, when water closes the circuit, it says that it's raining or that it's wet outside. The entire system is connected via MQTT to my server and to Home Assistant. So I have it set to basically it transmits an MQTT status message every 2 seconds, I believe it is, as a JSON object. Now it's constantly checking. Now during the loop, if it detects that there is a status change for either the movement, the rain, the door, or the windows when they're wide up, then it will send an instant. It will sort of jump the queue, if you like. It will ignore the delay function, and it will basically just send another status message straight away, and then Home Assistant can pick it up from there, take over, and set the status that way. However, if there is no change, so if basically if none of the sensors change apart from the temperature or humidity, then it will wait 2 seconds to send another update. Let's see. That's about it, I think. So I've explained about the, yeah, there's definitely a loose connection in there. Right, so if I unplug that. Right, so the cost of it, this pencil case, like I say, got it from Asda stroke Walmart, and that cost me what, $2, three, I think it cost me £3 sterling. The LEDs I got, well, the LEDs, the D1 Mini, the breadboard, the PIR, the DH22, all the wires, resistors, everything like that. I got all those from AliExpress. Now, if I do a video on this sensor array and sort of how to create, then I will probably create a dedicated wish list in, or something like a wish list in AliExpress, and see if I can share that as a bundle, so that it can basically possibly all be purchased from the same supplier, that sort of thing. I mean, the chances are it'll come from China, as I think most of my AliExpress stuff does. But it's worth the wait. It's cheap enough. I think all that stuff there probably cost me, I don't know, £15, so $15-20. Yeah, $15-20 tops. Wasn't expensive. It's quite cheap, and for the enjoyment that I get out of building it, at the same time I'm also learning to code in the Arduino IDE, because I think it uses C# or C++, or some language like that, which I'm not familiar with. I know a few programming languages, and basically quite a few of the basics are the same. The logical expressions, the loops, so the if statements, for statements, while, all that lot is basically the same. It's just how to format it. A bit 10 minutes research on the internet, and I've basically managed to create a script, create an Arduino script that will basically do the job for me. I haven't bought any expensive gear. I haven't bought any expensive contactless door contacts. These door contacts, I think they cost, well, they cost a couple of quid, I think, a couple of dollars. They're the magnetic reed ones. What if I just put that magnet? This magnet is actually from my cat flap here. That's right. I actually have a magnetic reed contact, dismantled magnetic reed contact on my cat flap on the front door, so that I know when there's a cat coming in. Just because we've got a cat that comes in that doesn't live here, pinches all the food and then buggers off. So I want to. I can now set the camera on the downstairs landing to take a photo, publish it using the new push image in Home Assistant onto the Home Assistant front page, which is normally on my second monitor, pushed to one side, and I can see which cats come in. If it's dark, turn the light on, then take a picture, that sort of thing. So it's quite good. Right, okay, I will leave it at that. Thank you very much for watching. If anybody, I know there has been one person watching at least. Right, so thanks a lot, and I will hopefully. I've got to stop looking at this screen and start looking at the camera. I will hopefully see you all tomorrow. Thanks. Bye bye.